I went to Occupy Providence looking for interviews, and this is what I discovered.
Fantastic. You know, I went down to New York over 2 weeks ago, the same day as the Brooklyn Bridge March, to check out Occupy Wall Street. I'm an animator, so I went down there and I had the same feeling most people do when they first come in here. What's your message? Because I'll help you with it, but you guys got to get better at the message. And they laughed. You know, some of the guys I met down there were like, guess what? We just got through voting on how to vote, so we'll get back to you, you know. So I just ask people to be patient. You know, democracy is about friction. It's not about a solution. You know, only dictators have final solutions as to issues, you know. And all of us here are not looking for one leader, one message. Have patience. And even more so, have goodwill for each other, because day in and day out, you know, and whatever percentage of people, the vast majority of people have goodwill for one another. And that's why society works. Not because of the structures, not because of the laws, but because people don't want to hurt people. And here we have a clean park, clean mostly because people are picking it up, not because there's a rule. And most importantly, I came out of New York down there knowing I had found something I really believe in. I went down there because I'm an artist, I'm a veteran, I'm very strongly in support of the Constitution and what the American way of life is. But it's only getting better because we're always working on it. This is not something we earned. You know, people say this is the greatest country on earth. Have we earned that? Because we've earned it each generation when we decided to say that. Were we the greatest country after World War I? Were we the greatest country after World War II? Were we the greatest country during the Great Depression? And we can't say that unless we mean it, unless we're going to do the work. You know, so I'm not down here in favor of people who not work, getting money they don't deserve and all that. You know, there's a very big difference between a man who works all day or a woman who works all day to earn something and get ahead in life, and somebody whose very job is to slowly extract through the financial process. And we don't need to eliminate all banks. Perhaps some people probably believe that. What we really need to do is hold each other accountable in a loving fashion, in a way that is really going to make a difference. And it starts by having conversations. You can't, you know, a leader is lazy, gets to speak to all 10,000 people at once with one statement. You know, true leadership as individuals means speaking to those 10,000 people one day at a time, making those relationships, and we really have to do that. You know, and so everybody can criticize Occupy, whether it's in New York, Boston, here in Providence, but the reality is that anybody that you see here, you know, a lot of these people have full-time jobs, contrary to popular belief. They are down here to engage in that dialogue. And dialogue literally means, you know, at least two people. So if your voice isn't being heard, if your group and your type of person that you are is not represented here, there's only one reason for that, and that's because you have not joined in the conversation. And that's how we're going to create a message. And it's very true that that's how we're going to create this message. It's not going to be suddenly I'm going to get up and I'm going to say, I figured it out, I've got the most eloquent way to say it. You know, we've already had those moments in history, and there's a good reason why this country is successful. It really is. I've been telling people who are suspicious of their government are like antibodies. They're out there looking for that person or that authority or that institution that is going to try to take from the people. You know, whether that's a corrupt politician, whether that's a corrupt banking structure, you know, and that's all this is. Whether you're left or right, that's all that you're seeing. I think the Tea Party started off on similar principles. This is starting off on similar principles, and we have to, at least as best we can, join together and understand this is a movement of questions and not answers.